Well, hello again and welcome to Rolynn's Reviews. We are back and please do me one small favor if you will. Please hit that little thumb. That is the like button. It tells YouTube that you are enjoying this um, live stream. And guess what? They may share the live stream out even more because we may possibly trigger the YouTube algorithm. So hit the like button. Also, if you have, excuse me, if you have other forms of social media, hey, share the stream out. Let's join in the conversation. All right. So look at the title. We'll get started here momentarily. I have a little song for you. No, I have not had any singing lessons yet. I'm trying to save my coins, and in so doing, I hope that I will be saving your ears. All right, as everyone comes into the chat room. All right, okay. Is this real life? Is it just fantasy? Caught in a landslide? No escape from reality. Open your eyes, look up to the skies and see. All right. Mama just killed a man, put a gun up in his head, pulled the trigger, now he's dead. Mama, life had just begun. Oh my goodness. But now I've gone and thrown it all away. Mama, ooh, didn't mean to make you cry. If I'm not back again this time tomorrow, carry on, as if nothing really matters to me. Hello. How are you? I will do the roll call momentarily. Excuse me. Don't forget, hit that little thumb. We've had about 40 to 50 more people subscribe. So when you hit that thumb, you are directly responsible for helping the channel to grow. Oh my goodness, this one's going to be a tough one. If you remember, some of you were asking me in the comment section to cover this incident. Now, let me preface this live with, you know, there are multiple incidences that I could share with you. I do not have that much time, okay? I do not. And so here we are, all right? Okay, so let me see who is in the chat section. All right. Gail, how you doing, love? Gail was the first one here today, I think. Lovely Apple said this is a regular down in the hood. Sad. And that's why we're covering it again. So for the people who come in or who watch the video, the replay after the fact, let me say that I am not bashing anyone. Several people mentioned in my comment section that they wanted me to cover this topic, so that is what I'm doing. And again, this is one among many, all right? And most of you know, with my profession, this really bothers me. And from what I understand, the mother was out in the parking lot. So let me go ahead and get started with the excuse me, with the roll call before I lose my train of thought. Okay. Let me continue with the roll call. Stacy, my girls, Dorian, Lloyd Jammer, my protector, how you doing? Maga Tamara, hello, how are you? Chicago Hood, be careful, okay? You still at work? All right. Florida, how you doing? I know you'll be listening. Florida's been busy, but that's okay. She still checks in and gives us a thumbs up. So again, folks, share this stream out on your social media pages. I know Florida is sharing on Truth Social. Anyone else who has Truth Social, Facebook, if you really want to help the channel, that is how you can help. All right, Florida, I just sent you some hearts, love. I know you've been busy. And I understand, you can't make them all. Life happens. Now, how many of you are familiar with this situation already? Type a 1 in the comment section. So again, this is one among many. I don't have the time, nor do you have the time for me to sit here and share clips with you, because we would be sharing clips from now until the rapture. My girls has heard. My girls, I think you asked me to cover this. Some of you were talking about this in the live stream, and I told you don't worry. And I think some of you asked me to cover the situation with the truck driver in North Carolina. However, there's not a lot of information that's out on that. They said they're still investigating, so I have not forgotten. I'm just waiting until I can get some reliable info. All right. So this little situation, all right, and I'm going to share. So again, now you see why I get so not upset, but I just fly into a tizzy when I am accused of creating the pipeline from the school to the jail or prison. School to prison pipeline. How you doing, Connie? And so you're going to see me showing you more and more of these videos because I've had it. I'm fed up with teachers being accused of causing this issue. And it's the pink elephant in the room. And I'm not going to take credit for anything that I did not do. And I most assuredly did not create this pipeline, and nor did any other teacher. So anyway, for those that don't know, this happened in Dallas, Texas. G-Man, good afternoon, G-Man. G-Man, hit the like button, love. If you're enjoying the content, hit the subscribe button. Trying to get a crowd in here because this is very prevalent, mostly in blue. Now, we've covered what's going on with the mobs that go into the stores in California. Pretty much most blue cities, it's a free-for-all. But this happened in Dallas, Texas. Thank you so much, G-Man. G-Man, yeah, if you have Facebook, share this stream, share it with family members, bring them in, because we need to see what's going on. And if people keep voting blue, no matter who, this will be coming to a city near you. And let me also say, before I get the video started, we of course, we're still talking about what happened in Cincinnati. These people are going to keep it up, and there's going to be some form of martial law. People are fed up. And there's an incident I was looking at. There's a white man in South Carolina. He took his you-know-what, and a black man was out jogging. And just take a guess what he did. Pew, pew. So people are, if people are already on the edge and unhinged, it doesn't take a lot for them to do something crazy, okay? What does YN stand for, Dorian? All right, so here we go. I will start. Now, this guy's an actual attorney, and he's going to give his take on it. And I've watched several videos on this situation. And again, if you look over here, in this, hold on. And it's not just Black Americans. So for the people who come after the fact, watch the replay. I'm not bashing Black Americans. I did a video the other day on an Indian woman from India who was here visiting. She shoplifted for 7 hours. There are videos with white people as well, shoplifting. So I am not bashing anyone, but this event went viral, and that's why I'm sharing it. And also because I think it was My Girls or someone, we were live talking about something else. I was asked to cover this, and so here we are. And of course, if it goes viral, there's a lot of information that you can find on it. So, hey, so some of you're asking me, hey, what about this and what about that? I haven't forgotten, but if you don't see me cover something, if I can't get good, reliable information, and sometimes it takes a while. And so that's just where we are with that. Okay. So tell me what your thoughts are. I will get this started. And okay, here we go. Yeah, this happened again. Those that are just joining, this happened in Dallas, Texas. And I want you to, again, I think I will start doing more of these because obviously with my chosen profession, and I mean, as I read, I told you I do a lot of reading. I read a lot of comments, and I hear people saying, "Oh my God, how you doing, Dr. Donald Small?" Okay, I thought Dr. Donald, I thought that's what that meant, but I wanted to be sure. Thank you, love. Thank you, Dr. Donald. Okay, Doreen, I see it. I thought so, but I wanted to be sure. Okay, ain't nothing like being 100% sure. Maga, yes, and then when she got caught, I'll pay. No, you won't. You're arrested, woman. Stop it. And the whole Indian community that lives here in America, they've been lambasting that lady. She's gonna have to. She may come up missing. Who knows? So, Lord Jammer, a woman getting her kid, yeah, because of course, kids can't go to jail, right? And so you have some pretty sorry, I don't even call these people mothers. These are some pretty sorry human beings. That's what they are. I won't even go, that would be an insult to every other mother. I won't do that. How you doing, Mayor? Mayor Maga tomorrow, Dr. Donald, share this stream out on your Facebook page as well as your Truth Social page if you have it, love. Thank you so much. And G-Man, I think G-Man said he's got it covered. So listen, I want you to listen to this language. Now, I'm not sure. Let me see. I want you to hear that these are 9. How you doing, Kelly? Maybe 10-year-old kids. These are not teenagers. Some of the news sources call them teen. These are not, they're not even teenagers yet. So listen to this. All right, I'll put on the closed captioning, and they're, I mean, you would think they were sailors in their cursing, and then they got locked in the store, and I think they eventually burst the glass out. So listen to this.
You got like 10 seconds to open up this door. I swear to God, I'm gonna break this door. 10. Open this door. I'll call my mom. Call my mom. I been knew how to count out. Show out of there. Dad, do that. You can open the door. I'm gonna open up this door. I'm not. All I fucking know is y'all better open it. I'm not playing. You know how to count. You have hands. Open the door.
Can I be honest here? Can we all be adults for a second and let's have a very frank conversation? There is something wrong with a significant portion of the Black population. I want to get into this legally, but I also want to talk about it socially as well. This is absolutely outrageous. Now we see a 10-year-old and some 8-year-olds apparently walk into Walgreens, fill up all these bags, and think they're just going to walk out. No payment, no attempt to pay, and no consequences for not paying. It's hard to turn on the TV or social media and not see these stores basically being looted by people in our community. And I'll be honest, it seems that these people are getting younger and younger every day.
But teachers are creating the pipeline from the school to the prison, right? That right? No, ma'am, no, sir. Again, hit that like button, share this stream on your various forms of social media. So if you have family members or friends who have children that attend public schools, they need to see. This is my PSA for the day, my public service announcement. All right, teachers, do not create the pipeline from the school to the prison. At this point, using this whole no father in the home is simply an excuse. This is unacceptable parenting, period. Kelly, who do you think is outside waiting in the getaway car? Just type it in the comment section. Rolynn, they get mad at teachers for not buying their kids school supply. Yeah, they don't want to spend they want everything for free. And again, Maga Tamara, You've been here when we've talked about that incident in Cincinnati, and some of you didn't agree with my take on it. That's fine. We don't always agree. But this is okay. You see these 9 and 10-year-olds. How do you think they're going to act when they're in a school? How do you think they're going to act when they get older? Someone type it in the comment section, please. What did my girls say? Oh my God. My girls is gonna, I know she's gonna eat this one up. It is a crying shame that 60 years later, we just now understanding the repercussions of the civil wrong movement. My girls will call it what it is. She has no qualms with that. Kelly, you know, just like I know, their mother is out there. The mother's waiting outside. Kids don't know to go in and steal. Who do you think taught them to do this? That is crazy work. Rolynn, this is from Dorian. These are the same people that are having no problem buying hair. Oh, I'm going to get into that later. Oh, that's coming up. Don't worry. Yeah, they shut the black business opened up with a hair store and was giving out free wigs, and they shut the place down. And I heard today it won't be open for another 8 weeks. How you doing, Rich? Hit the like button, dear. We have 33 people in here. Only 28 have hit the like button. If everyone hits it, hey, we can get more people into the conversation. These, my girls, call it. Say what you have to say today, my girls, because I know you will. These little thugs are going to be the future grown ninjas like the ones in Cincinnati. My girls, get set. That's what I'm saying. But my girls, I and the other teachers, we're responsible for creating the pipeline from the school to the prison. Yeah, right. I raised my son from 4 to adulthood. I wish he would have tried to pull this BS. Kelly, I know, Kelly, you would have torn him a new one. I know you would have. Yes. Active Dodger, how you doing? Teachers do an amazing job in keeping these kids balanced. This heist was orchestrated by a parent. Active Dodger just joined us. He knows what's going on. Yes, Active Dodger. Thank you. Hit that like button, Active Dodger. Active Dodger, share this on your Facebook page, love, any form of social media that you have. We know who orchestrated this incident. None of us are crazy, right? Kids don't know to go in. Who do you think? Where did they get the bags from? They don't know that to go in a store and take things that don't belong to them. Teachers are the real role models, not sexy red. Thank you, Dorian. Well, like I said, I'm going to start doing more stories like this. And I've even had people say, all you do is bash black people. Well, when this went viral, if something goes viral, I'm going to cover it. I don't care what the race is. And this went viral. It's the lazy single mother that has no respect for life, passing down their low mindset to the next generation. Boom. My girls keep dropping these nuggets. I have another incident. This lady was in the parking lot fighting with another woman. Then when it was over, someone broke it up. She jumped in her car and ran over 3 children. What the heck? These are the same people. I'm telling you. Big Cheese, I have not punched down black people. I told you this went viral. So you want me to pretend it's the pink elephant in the room and ignore it? How can a problem or situation be corrected if you are unwilling to acknowledge it? I'm just asking. Yeah, Big Cheese, type that in the comment section. Okay, so you don't want me or any other content creator to say anything about this. So tell me how we fix the problem and I'll wait. Kelly, I work with my son's school to make sure he was thriving and respectful. Showing up for parent-teacher conferences is something many don't. Kelly, don't get me started on that, love. They won't come. The parents. Okay. I hope that many of you who've been on this channel for a while, I hope that if you have children or grandchildren, I'm giving you valuable nuggets on how to deal with the public school system. And the sad part is, right? The parents that you need to see the most, they don't come. They have any excuse. But my good students, Their parents show up. And I want to tell them so bad, we don't need to see you. Your kids are wonderful. Right, my girls? My girl said, tell Slice of Cheese to go somewhere, sit down, learn how to make the Black community better. Right. Yeah, when his time, Lord, Big Cheese, if you're still watching, after you've been timed out, I want you to tell me what you want us to do, just to continue to not say anything. Newsflash, these viral clips go all over the world. So how you type in the comment section when your time is up what your suggestion is. Now, I'm letting you hear this. The curse words are bleeped. I'm going to TikTok so you can hear what these little criminals had to say. How you doing, Thinks Like a Lion?
Multiple reasons for these occurrences, but some of them are legal reasons. The way these Democrats push through soft on crime policies really affect these communities. It teaches them that there is no deterrent, no consequence to stealing. In fact, what this Walgreens is doing is extraordinary.
This is sad.
All right, let me get rid of the commercial. How you doing? Thinks Like a Lion, how you doing? Kelly, that school will even work around your schedule. Kelly, exactly. They will, but it's not important to them. But, oh, yeah, tell them to have their kids at basketball practice at 5 a.m. They somehow find a way. Now you see the frustration. Then you wonder why you can't find teachers. Or you get the worst of the worst, people that can't get jobs anywhere else. This is why you can't get top tier, high quality teachers. I can't tell you how many of my ex-co-workers went to Japan or Africa to teach. Yeah, they're like they're done. My girls, it's the high calorie, big back mothers sitting in the car wearing a Dollar Tree bonnet, all the eyelashes, only finished the 3rd grade. Well, my girls, they finished high school because they were passed on through, but they can't form 2 complete sentences, right? Dorian, their mom should have put them in the football, teach them about discipline. No, she has them out here stealing. All right, here we go. Don't go anywhere, folks, because I'm going to show you the TikTok where you can hear these words that these future astronauts, lawyers, and doctors were using.
Has decided not to let these kids walk out of their store with all this merchandise.
And don't get it twisted, people. You know, just like I know, if the people who work in that store had tried to stop these kids, it would have gone viral. White Walgreens workers attack Black children. Oh, sir, ma'am, in the lamestream media, you forgot to mention that they just heisted the joint. Okay, so stop it. Here we go.
Is that a problem? Now, laymen would say, yeah, that's great. Lock them in. Don't let them escape. Let them learn. Call the police, have the police show up and arrest them. But if you're a first-year law student, you say, well, hold up, Lee. This could actually be multiple violations that Walgreens is actually doing. First of all, according to almost all fire codes and building codes, stores like this must have operable exit doors just like this, open and operable at all times. People absolutely must be able to get out of your store if there's a fire or there's a panic. Second, locking the doors like this in most jurisdictions could be considered false imprisonment or at least.
So you see where we're going with this. So we know the leftist loonies don't like this. Oh, they were probably going to pay. Yeah, right. Just wait till you hear the words that these young doctors and astronauts were using once I take you to TikTok.
Unlawful restraint. Third, there's also a civil liability associated with false imprisonment when you lock people in your store. Now, there is a very narrow exception called the shopkeeper's privilege. With that, you are allowed to detain a shoplifter for a reasonable amount of time under certain circumstances. But what's the problem? If you detain the shoplifter, in this case, these 3 kids, but there are also other people in the Walgreens, the other people are not stealing. Now you are possibly committing civil violations against them, even criminal violations of false imprisonment or unlawful restraint. If I listen to this video, you can kind of hear multiple people in the background. If there is any customer in this store that is not shoplifting, Walgreens is really exposing itself to a lot of liability. So So if these criminals know that the law mandates that these doors remain unlocked, if anybody else is in the store, they know they can just go and grab whatever and just waltz right out. If you're watching this clip and actually picked up on the fact that Walgreens actually locked these doors, you are absolutely thinking like an attorney. But let's get back and see what else is.
So yeah, he knows just like we know. If those employees had done anything, the mainstream media would have turned it around. Oh, look what they did to these poor black children. They weren't doing anything wrong. Dorian, we are thankful you escaped from the FBA call. Yes, Dorian. Oh, but wait, a group of white kids do that. They're racist. Of course they are. We know the spiel at this point. Future doctor, yes, my girl, future doctor, you Umars. What a joke. Here we go.
Going on. Let's go.
This door before we break this. Break it. Go ahead. I'm gonna break some up in this. Oh God, you guys must be young. I would like that for with y'all. Do not play with it. You do not.
Now look, they left the house in pajamas, a robe, flip-flops, which are like slippers, as a security officer. Yes. Tijuana, this guy's an actual attorney, and he hates the left as much as we do. And so I watch him from time to time, and I loved his take. I watch a lot of people, but I loved his take on this. And he knows just like we know. So if you look at it, people who own businesses, especially if they're white, they feel like their hands are tied. And corporate is probably told, that don't touch these people because they don't want to be attacked. They don't want their stores burned. And that's just where we are. So these people have been emboldened and allowed to do whatever. Right, Tijuana? Rich, and this is why yes, Rich, a lot of places are closing. They're losing money.
But you can't open the door. Do not play. Open the door.
Bags are full.
I will trash this clothes. All right, we're sorry.
Absolutely incredible. I want you to tell me what the solution is, because I'm going to explain why this is so outrageous. This situation, guys, is much more complex than it looks to be on the surface. If these were adults walking in and stealing stuff, what would typically happen? Well, they would just get away. If they didn't get away, what would happen? Well, they might be detained, and if the value of what they stole was under $750 or $1,000 or whatever it is in that jurisdiction, there wouldn't even be a criminal prosecution. They would just be trespassed from the store. So many times these stores elect not to prosecute these cases. So you give them a trespass so that they don't come back.
Yeah, and I've seen this because I've been to Walmarts before, and people would go in, grab all kinds of stuff. And I would talk to security, and they were like, "We can't do anything." And they will be standing there, and people will grab expensive items and just run out the door. But again, in this woke culture, they know whatever they do, it's going to be twisted so that they are the perpetrator and the criminal is the victim. MAGA, people don't realize when they steal, they just pass that loss on to the consumer. MAGA, you pay for it. I pay for it. Dorian pays for it. Mayor pays for it. Tube Steak pays for it. Lord Jammer pays for it. My girls, we all pay. Exactly.
That's for adults. When you add the fact that these are juveniles, it adds a much more complicated layer to the whole scenario. Not to get too deep into it, but generally speaking, when you commit a crime, there needs to be some type of intent. It's interesting that if a husband and wife are at home and they're arguing and the husband pulls out a gun and shoots the wife in the head and she dies, that husband can be found guilty of murder. What's the result? Well, many years in jail, and you have the wife who is dead. But suppose that the husband and wife got into an argument, didn't resolve it, but went to sleep. The husband is a sleepwalker. He raises himself up off the bed. He goes in the drawer, grabs the same gun, turns and shoots the woman in the head. She's dead in the bed. Is he?
Okay, Tijuana, I stole something as a child. My mom took my straight to the sheriff's station. You better believe I learned my Tijuana was okay, Tijuana. You didn't steal anything else, did you, love? Oh, yeah, everyone's telling what happened. Okay. MAGA, but can we just take a minute and look at the face of the little one in the green? Oh, yeah. But MAGA, wait till I go to TikTok so you can hear what Babyface was saying, okay? It's awful. And where did they get that language from? Mama. Okay. Just like they got the stealing from mama. Mother, mommy dearest. No wire hangers ever. Woo! I'm not lying. Before I start this again, Faye Dunaway terrified me as a child, and I'm gonna tell you my age now. I still won't have wire hangers in my closet because of Faye Dunaway and Mommy Dearest. All right, I digress. Here we go.
Guilty of murder? No. The result is the same.
Let me get rid of the commercial. Oh my God. All right, here we go.
The result is the same in that the wife is dead, but he's not going to do a day in prison. Now, why is that? Well, if you are truly asleep, then you are not conscious. Your actions are involuntary. You in that scenario cannot form the necessary intent to kill anybody or to commit any crime. So because you lack what attorneys call mens rea, because you lack this rational intent, you would not be found guilty of murder, even though in both scenarios, the wife is dead. Well, here, guys, in this Walgreens, the laws in every state recognize that at certain ages, children cannot form that necessary intent to commit crimes. In almost all jurisdictions, anyone under the age of 7 can't commit a crime. They just don't have the mental capacity to form the necessary criminal intent.
So where do you think they got? Who taught them how to do this? Someone type it in the comment section. And DPS needs to take these kids from this woman. Right. This is unacceptable. She is again, you see the title of the video. Black women are raising criminals. Again, I have no culpability in it, and nor does any other educator. Okay, Connie, they won't get in trouble by our parents, so what's the answer? That's a good question. Connie, I think these kids need to be taken from her. You see what type of job they're preparing them. She's preparing them for what career, right? My mother would have dusted my pants hard if Gail, you better believe it. Right, Connie? Connie, those kids need to be I'm sure it's a single parent home, probably that don't know who the father or fathers plural are. Big mama taught them how to steal because she knows they won't get my girls. Thank you. That's who they learned this from. Their children. There's nothing. That's why Walgreens, and them being so young and they're black. So, you know, Walgreens, they don't want, they don't want to be, boycotted. They don't want to be called racist. So they're in a no-win situation. Oh,
a 2-year-old finds a gun and shoots you dead. I'm going to put the 2-year-old in prison? No, he doesn't know what he's doing. Well, here in Walgreens, we have, I think, a 10-year-old and some 8-year-olds. In most jurisdictions, the law say, listen, anything under 7, you got to let them go. Around 7 to 11, 7 to 12, there's a presumption that they can't form the necessary criminal intent, but that presumption can be overcome with certain evidence. Here, these kids are kind of right in between 10, 9, 8. Do you think that they know what they're doing? Do you think they appreciate the consequences? The point is that if prosecutors are letting adults steal with very little consequences, imagine them wanting to prosecute a child. They're never going to prosecute these children.
Nope.
We all look at this video, and of course
that's why Mother of the Year in the eyes probably of the Democrats, sent them to do it because she would be arrested. My girls always, my girls is dropping truth bombs. My girls knows what's going on. She knows. Dorian, my mom is a liberal, but at least she taught me don't do anything like this. That's good. Mary, she's setting them up to be career criminals.
Immediately want to blame these kids, but is that really the root of the problem? Are we blaming 8-year-olds for stealing? Like, where are the parents, right? These kids are with their big sister, their adult sister, in another video, and they talk about their sister and their mom. Let's check that out for a second. Maybe we can get some more information. All right, so here are the kids with.
So you'll see, and I will go on TikTok and let you see the sister. Supposedly, this girl with the red hair is their sister. So we're going to listen to this. But I want to go on TikTok where you can hear the full unadulterated version.
Their big sister.
Okay, so y'all, Let me address this.
Let me stop it right here. I really don't want to get into genetics, and I don't know about where culture comes in, nature versus nurture. But I do know this. It's my belief that I'm a reasonably intelligent guy. And if I have a child with a woman who has red hair and makes this sound like this,
Let me address.
y'all hear that sound?
That's straight hood booger. Yeah, straight hood, okay? Straight hood rat.
Let me hear it one more time.
Let me address this motherfucker.
My kids are not going to come out right. Is it bad to say that these kids are turning out exactly how we think they should given their environment? I want to see the fathers of these kids. You know, are they doctors? Are they engineers? Were these kids doomed?
Pookie and Ray Ray from the hood, probably robbing people, probably, or some may be dead. Who knows? Locked up. We know they're not lawyers and engineers. We know that.
From the start, I guess is what I'm asking. Look at their role models. Look at how they talk. Let's listen to how these kids talk for a second.
Let me sit up. What y'all sit up right. So these people in the comments, what y'all got to say to them?
Okay, so please can stop.
So again, how you doing? Jason, hit the like button. So the kids that did the stealing, you see them talking. The girl with the red hair is their older sister. Jason said chicken head. Maga, some people thrive to exist. Some people thrive to exceed. You're right, Maga. My girl, I can imagine her walking around with a bonnet, ashy ankles, and rundown slippers, panty shorts, and a small, medium, gray, white shirt. Right, my girls? Weed smoking Pookie and Ray Ray is her baby daddy. Right. Here we go. So listen to this.
When people stop saying they mama poor, they can't afford food, our mama can't afford food.
And second of all,
we fully dressed. We got more money than you.
Second of all, y'all get off. Y'all
sister, this is not my mama, this is my sister. She make more money than you. She got her own house. She pay her own bills. She got more than you. You broke. You ain't getting no more shit. And that was not.
This is absolutely terrible. I feel like if I had a baby and that baby grew up in this environment, my child would be ruined. You got an 8-year-old talking about my sister got more money than you, got her own house, pay her own bills. Do these kids, as they are right now, really have a good chance at life? Are we?
Let's be clear, folks. We know how this story is going to end. I won't say it because I'll be lambasted in the comments, but someone type it in the comments section. How you doing, Vicky? How you doing, Jason? Albert C. Okay, Albert has a valid point. Black folks still celebrating these gun violence rappers. Boom. I'm saying. Wow, the MAGA, you haven't heard anything yet, honey. Wait until I go to TikTok because some of it's being bleeped out. My girls, yeah, the fathers are doctors living with their mamas in the basement stuffing. Okay, my girls. That's what I said, Connie. Look at these kids. Now, I can't tell you. I watched a lot of videos. I left a lot of comments. And I can't tell you how many comments have said, oh my God, I didn't realize it was this bad. This is what teachers have to deal with. Now, I teach high school, but you can imagine. Now, they're in elementary school, right? Because they're 9 and 10 years old. You can imagine when they get to high school, what they'll be doing. Why do you think you can't get teachers? Albert, hit the like button, love. Also hit the subscribe button. We're glad to have, yes, Menace to Society right here, right here. I take the phones. The TV should have to have a line. Right, Lions. There should be an application people have to fill out before they can reproduce because they just reproduce randomly. And these people that they're producing and all they're doing, let's be clear, and people don't like what I say, but I'm going to say it. All they're doing is producing more labor for the prison industrial complex. In other words, i.e. slavery. Tell me I'm wrong. MAGA, my mom and grandmom raised me, and neither one of them made very much money. So I went out, got a job so I could buy things I wanted. Right. You learn work ethic. Not that these kids should have a job. MAGA, you know, they know they don't have to. Just go take what you want. Right. Gail, right here is why we need men in the homes. Their daddy would have dusted them. All right. Gail, we've been saying that, love. Yes. Yes, MAGA, it does. Right, Dorian. All right, here we go.
Really gonna blame them totally for the stealing? Look at the environment in which they're being raised.
Food inside the bag that was snacks and toys.
And if it was, yeah, that's what y'all like the
Matter of fact,
They can't form complete sentences. They're using this curse word. Where do you think they learned that from?
everybody steal. Matter of fact,
y'all got food.
Everybody steal. That's what this kid just said. Everybody steals. Imagine a child being brought up in that environment thinking that way. Everybody steals. They're talking about the fact that they weren't stealing food. They were stealing toys and snacks. Now snacks are food. But then the sister comes in and she's like, well, even if they were stealing food, what the F? You're the big sister. Instead of punishing them, instead of limiting their access to phones, you allow them to be on TikTok embarrassing themselves. These are the grown-ups in these kids' environment. I don't know, guys. It seems these kids are absolutely doomed.
Everybody that knows know y'all got food.
y'all grown people.
But yeah, like at the end of the day, my mama did not know that they got dropped off. But yeah, and everybody.
So then she's saying, the sister's saying, oh, mom didn't know. Sure she didn't. Tell me something else, because I'll never believe that. Mom knows she'll go to jail. They're too young. Really, there's nothing they can do. CPS, please take those kids from that. They need to be out of that environment. Dorian, they blame racism. Right. Of course they do. They're hood booger mama. Lord Jenner. Yes.
Comments talking about they mama this, they mama that. My mama did not know they was stealing. That was not with my mom.
The big sister is saying that the mother didn't know that the kids were stealing. Does it look like
she knew? You cannot convince me she did not know. She knew she would be arrested. She knew they would not. There's nothing you can do to them. They're too young.
these kids are sad because they've just gotten a beaten corporal punishment for stealing? Or do these kids look absolutely fine? Like there has been no parental consequences for trying to steal out of that Walgreens. If there have been no consequences to stealing, can we really say that this was the first time that these kids have ever taken anything? Look at these kids, dude. Do you see any of them crying? Are they screaming? Are they scared about getting handcuffed? Are they scared about what their mother's going to say? What their father is going to say? Is there any shame in these kids? No. These kids aren't terrified like a normal child would be.
Jason, that's what I said. Jason said mama gave them the shopping list. Yeah, we know who's behind this because she knows she would be arrested. Oh, my kids didn't do nothing wrong. All right, Lord Jammer.
These kids are fine. They are so comfortable stealing.
I open up this door before we break this. Break it. Go ahead. I'm gonna break some up in this. Oh God, I'm gonna.
Now one of them is crying.
I would like that for the with y'all. Do not play with it. You do not like that, but you can't open the door. Do not play with it.
Yep, Connie, you're absolutely right. Big sister, listen to, yeah, that is awful. Connie, I'm with you. Call CPS, get those kids out of that home before it's already too late.
This is absolute insanity. I know some of y'all are going to disagree, but I really don't blame these kids at all. If you're 8 years old, do you really even understand what you're doing? There's so much psychological research showing that pre-adolescents just don't grasp long-term consequences. It's my opinion that these kids are victims. Their parents and their community are failing them. Also, these Democrats with their soft on crime policies are failing them. There have been several Democratic states that have floated around bills to even bar prosecutions for anyone under 13 for anything. They want to defund the police, and they want to come up with all of these excuses why stealing is justified. So because of that, what do? You have Black people crying all the time about food deserts. Why are there food deserts? Because stores are closing down in their communities. What else do you have? You have Pop-Tarts and toilet paper being locked up behind plastic cases. They're having to lock up Pop-Tarts from us. Guys, I don't know what the solution is. In some jurisdictions, they want to issue citations to the parents. There are other jurisdictions that want to implement restitution orders so that these poor Black people are ordered to pay back the money that is associated with the value of the things that they stole in the first place. Democrats really don't like that because then if they violate the orders, they go to jail, but they don't have the money to pay. That's a large part of why they're stealing in the first place. That's not all the part, though. Sometimes they're just stealing just to steal. You got some courts that want to do this father engagement program. So now the children have been taken away from the father, and now we see how they're turned out. So now they want to order the father to come back into the children's lives, even though the father has been alienated for years. I mean, you can say things like therapy and after school program, you know, a little basketball court or something. I don't know. What do you guys think? What is
So yeah, and everything, all the comments that you're making, hey, I agree wholeheartedly. So again, I told you I will start to show. So those who are faint at heart, who always, oh, you're bashing black people, these videos I will start to show, because I told you I am sick and tired of being accused of creating that pipeline from the school to the prison. And I just hit that like button, folks. I'm not taking that. But I've heard it for far too long, and I'm fed up. They keep doing this. All the stores in the hood will be closed, period. Right? Because you know they're not. If they leave the hood and try to steal, they're not going to like the outcome. How you doing, DJ Basco? In California, that's normal. CVC, Walgreens. My friend had to quit because she was having nightmares. The manager let them do it. No police assistance. Sad. Boom. And we know that. Let me show you some TikToks. I want you to hear what they were actually saying. Wow. Just wow. Oh my God. They will start placing the entire store behind the counter and something. Jason, they will. And of course, they'll be crying, that's discrimination. So let me show you. And then I have something else to share, and then we'll get out of here. So I'm going to show this. I think this is the video. And I want you to hear. Now, these are 8, 9, 10-year-old boys. I want you to hear the words that they're, where's Uncle Ruckus? Who knows? Maga, no, you didn't. You hurt my soul as a black man, devil. What did Maga do now? No, Maga, he's all right. Don't pay Dorian any attention. Yeah, we're all on the same page. So listen, Maga, listen to this, because I know they look harmless, but listen to these words.
Open up this door. I swear to God, I'm gonna break this door. I'm cold. 10. Open that fucking door. Oh, come on. Bitch, I been knew how to count, ho. Choke 4 out of that. Dad, do that. You can open the door. Bitch, my mom say I'm gonna open up this door, because I'm not playing. All I fucking know is y'all better open it. I'm not playing. You know how to count. You have hands. Open the door. Open up this door before we break this bitch. Break it. Go ahead. I'm gonna break some up in this bitch. I'm God. You guys must be dumb. I would like that fight with y'all. Do not play with it. You do not like that, but you can't open the door. Do not play with it. Open the door, I'll trash it. You can open it. I will trash this all. I'm closed. All right, we're sorry. Open this door. It takes to open up this door. I swear to God, I'm gonna break this door. I'm closed. 10. Open that fucking door. Oh, come on. Bitch, I been knew how to count, ho. Choke 4 out of that.
All right. Now. All right. Let me share this with you. Okay. All right. Did you see? You did not. Let me see. Let me try to share this with you again. It did not pop up. Okay. There it is. Okay. Okay. Maga, did you hear the language that they were using? How you doing, Ayan? Shut down all the corporations so humanity can get back to self-love, self-sufficiency, self-preservation, and self-governing. Boom. All right, Ayan. How you doing? Hit the like button and subscribe, love, if you're enjoying the content. So this is what I hope you can hear what they're saying. Okay, you all right. All right. Yes. Yes, ma'am. And there was another, and then I told you the sister. Is this the one? And then they did a reaction video you know, where they were, you know, talking trash. Just, oh my God. It's just sad. So now she's trying to, so the video went viral. So now their sister, again, now she's trying to get her come up off of their stealing viral video. So listen to this.
Three 9-year-old kids in Dallas just got locked inside of a Walgreens after they tried robbing it.
You got like 10 seconds to open up the door. I swear to God, I'm gonna break this up. 10. Open this fucking door. I'm calling my mama. Bitch, I've been through out of there, bro. Choke flow out of there. Can't do that.
Somehow these three 9-year-old kids were all able to go to a Walgreens, fill up all of these bags, and think that they were just going to walk out of the store. They even wore their football cleats there and their sandals just to go rob the place. Now, we don't know exactly how they even got there because their sister actually said that their mother had no idea these kids were out there trying to steal.
Sure. How many of you, if you believe that, I have some land to sell you in Florida.
From Walgreens. There's an entire video on TikTok where she puts the three boys back on camera and they all say, one, their mother had no idea what they were doing, and two, they had plenty of money, that wasn't the problem, and three, it was not food in any of the bags, it was just snacks and toys, and because everybody steals, it's fine that they do it as well. Three 9-year-old kids in Dallas just got
Isaiah. So yeah, let me show you one more little clip. So this was their reaction video that I tell you the sister. Is this the one? I think this is the one I wanted to share with you. Laurie, how you doing, love? James wants to know. James wants to know the price on the Florida property. It's kind of expensive, James. Oh my, Anthony, how are you? Everyone that's just joining, hit that like button. Let me know if you are familiar with this incident. It has gone viral, and some of you are asking me to cover it. So here I am. I'm trying to, my texting letters are freezing. So I was trying to speak to Anthony, James, and Laurie. I was trying to send you your kitty cats. And this crazy thing, I see, I can still send Laurie her cats. Here we go. I don't know why my screen, my iPhone needs an update probably. So anyway, let me see. I think this is the video with her sister, their sister talking. Let me see.
Ain't nobody gonna say nothing about it. Oh, ain't nobody gonna say nothing about it. So ain't nobody gonna call it out exactly what it is. We gonna stop acting like this is not a problem. I just watched.
Not that one. I wanted you to see just the sister talking, because again, they were just, is this the one? Yeah, here it is.
No, you can lay the fuck back down in that bed if you call yourself coming to address me, the adult. Sweetheart. Let me tell you who you need to be addressing. Them other three stooges over there who stole out of Walgreens. That's who you need to be addressing. You need to be
That's not the one. Hold on. Boy.
Them little boys that were still in the CVS. Go ahead.
You know, I have stuff for you, and then you click on it again and it's something else. But anyway, you kind of heard what the sister was saying. Let me see.
So y'all, let me address this motherfucker. Let me sit up.
no, you can lay the fuck back down in that bed.
Well, you see how they do. It'll look like one thing and then it's something else. So anyway, that's what I wanted to share. You heard the language that how you doing, Sharon 65? Hey everyone, this is horrible. Teachers are brave souls. No way I could stand in front of these kids and teach. I don't have that kind of patience, for real. I'm just hearing about this mess. Yes, Sharon, hit that like button, love. Hit that subscribe button. Sharon, that's just joining. Also, Laurie and Anthony, James. This is just one of many. If I shared with you all of these incidences, I would be I'd be on here every day from now until the rapture. And so I'm going to show you what's happening. All right, hit the like button and let me show you. So again, for the people that come on and say I'm tearing down Black people, I'm showing you what we're dealing with in the schools, and then they leave the schools, and these are the people that you see in all these fight videos. They did the same thing in school. They did. Pam Bondi suing the state of Maine, basically suing our governor. Oh yeah, Bondi, she'll get him. This is a story I was telling you about. It's real short. So again, when you can't control your emotions, these same people that you see in these fight videos, I would give each of you $100 if I was incorrect. Go talk to their schools, and of course we can't because of FERPA. You can't see their personal records. I'm sure 100% they were suspended for fighting. They were in trouble all the time. Ask me how I know. So this is the case. Again, this woman, it also Cincinnati. We're still in blue liberal Cincinnati. This woman was fighting with another woman. Then she jumped in her car and drove over 3 children. The same people. We're still in the great American city of Cincinnati. Here we go.
A physical argument led up to all of this.
What I'm about to tell you about happened in Cincinnati, which you may have heard is dealing with the fallout from another dumbass fight.
3 children are expected to be okay after being hit by a car following a fight in Walnut Hills. It happened just before 2:30 Wednesday afternoon outside the Alms apartment complex on Victory Parkway.
A woman in a blue shirt fighting with a woman in a black shirt. After a few minutes, 2 other people step in to break it up. That's when the woman in the SUV took off right into 3 children on the sidewalk.
Great. 3 kids hit by a car.
You see that black SUV. You see the children over here. She ran them over. So again, when you have uncontrolled anger and emotions, you do stupid things. The people couldn't determine truth from deception before artificial intelligence. They never will. Boom. Facts. Gail, I'm so glad I grew up when I did. People had respect for all and did not act like this. Gail, these people have lost their minds. Thinks Like Alliance has stopped the insanity. Jason, remind me of those kids in City of God in Brazil. Just crazy. Yes, Jason. What? Yeah. Let me finish this for you tomorrow.
Complete lack of self-control over what I can only imagine was an incredibly stupid thing to fight about.
I think she had a vendetta, and she was trying to hit them with the car, but instead she ended up hitting the 2 young kids.
Jackson was in shock along with the other people outside, but he says people rushed to check on the kids.
So I'm praying for you, alhamdulillah, and it's a blessing that they're still here.
Jada Lucky walked inside to face a judge for the first time. A detective in court today saying that Lucky used drugs and alcohol most of the day and said that she had the opportunities to leave the scene before matters escalated.
Now hold on a second. This is not the face of someone who feels bad about what they did. This is the body language of defiance.
We can all see that. Again, if we could go back, yes, Gail, if we could go back and look at her school records. I don't know if she graduated from high school, but I'm sure legally you have to attend at least until you're 16. I'm willing to bet each of you, I'd give each of you $100. She did the same thing in school. I'm telling you. Oh, this right, Dorian, MAGA, this right here is why no reparations for Black people. MAGA did the kids, man. Yeah, they didn't die, MAGA. But she ran them over with her SUV.
The absolute gall to show up in court with this kind of attitude.
The youngest of the 3 children was drugged underneath the car, and there's a possibility that he may not walk ever. So we're asking for a high bond. And if she gets out, definitely a stay away from me.
Great. A young kid who's going to miss out on a whole lot of life. And for what? Oh, but the mayor of Cincinnati keeps telling us how great things are going.
This summer, Cincinnati police have been implementing task forces, drone programs, and youth programs to combat violent crime in the city. The mayor doubling down, it's working.
But the interventions that we have been putting in place on violent crime, particularly in the urban core, are working. And we've got to just continue to be intentional about that strategy.
And by the way, while we're on the subject of body language in court, look at the suspect on the right in the recent Cincinnati beatdown. He looks flat out annoyed to be there. But I'm sure our alleged kid hitter is a really good person, just like this guy.
He's a wonderful guy. He did his time, as they said it, but since he did his time, he has changed his life completely. Everything they're trying to point him out to be a thug, that is not him.
Okay, where have we heard these lies before? I'll wait.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I saw him in the video, and he was pretty violent.
He was, but you'll be violent if somebody spit on you as well. You'll be violent if somebody calls you a racial slur.
These Russians was walking down the street.
Now, this is that POS's mother.
And on the video, he said, "You want to mess with these Russians?" And he smacked the first guy, but it wasn't like they thugs. My child is in.
Now, see that? Okay, did you hear what she said? My child. He's a grown man. She's the problem. My child. Don't get me started with her. Gail, that mayor, all of these blue cities, I would not live in a blue city to save my life. Chicago hood, nothing is working. It's getting worse. Yes. Yes.
School, he had 5 kids. He's on the B honor roll in school.
So I don't know if she has dementia, Alzheimer's. Her son's in his 40s. She's talking about he's on the B honor roll. He's in school. I don't know. Boom, Quisha, my man did. Yeah. So I wanted to show that to you. Then I told you if this violence keeps up, we are going to be in a situation where, martial law. Let me show you what else I found. Hold on. Let me stop this. Let me stop screen. And I told you there was an incident that I was watching today. I have, I think, a short clip. Right, Connie. Another honor roll thug. Of course, he's going to be a career. Let me see. Let me think of a career. Let me pull something out of the air. Now, she started with my child. So there you go. Let me show you. Yeah, a black jogger was targeted by a white man in a hate crime. This just happened. So let me get this queued up for you. So again, as these incidents happen, people are fed up, and people who are already, I said, on the edge. Guess what? It doesn't take a lot to get them to do something crazy anyway. So I'm going to show this to you. Yeah, that mayor in Cincinnati. Oh my God. There is no way I could live there. So here we go. Let me get this set up for you. Hit that like button. Also share this stream out if you are enjoying. We're almost to 50 likes. My girl, I'm showing, you know how we've been talking about this incident in Cincinnati and some of these other incidences. So you're going to have people, the dredges, I call, of society now, and innocent black people who have done nothing wrong, they're going to suffer. Rollyn's reviews, Big Cheese, for your information, the crime rate in the black community is trending downwards according to statistics. I'm proud of the young black youth for rising up as a group. Big Cheese, where are you talking about? Because I know you're not talking about blue cities. So look at this guy on the screen, folks. So again, we're going to see more incidents like this. A lot of people are angry with what happened in Cincinnati and other. Okay, the video I did with the, of course, what happened with Austin Metcalf, the football player that was stabbed to death. The video I just did on the black football players that attacked their white teammate. This is really stoking racial hatred. So let's listen. So look at this guy. Listen to this.
3. Jonathan Felkel decides that he wants to set order, okay? White supremacist type.
So this guy, yeah, he was just shooting at a black jogger because he was black. So,
and what he decided to do was, while this black man is out jogging, getting exercise at 6 a.m., Jonathan Felkel gets into his car, a black BMW, pulls up to a gate, pulls out his rifle and fired a shot as this black man is jogging. Then he yelled, "Keep running, boy." That's what he yelled. Keep running, boy. With a shotgun, while this man is just out jogging. Now, this guy, Jonathan Felkel, he was arrested on July 25th, and he did admit to police that he intended to instill fear in this black man. But that's all he wanted to do. That's it. Whatever, you know, in his delusional, sick mind, that's what he wanted to do. He was arrested and his bond was set for $1 million, which is the maximum allowed charge for a hate crime. He didn't want a public defender. He has another court appearance coming on September 26th, okay? Now, this guy right here is the first person in this county to be charged with this new hate crime situation they have going on out there, okay? He's the first person. This is absolutely sick, man.
A judge has set a $1 million bond for a man accused of shooting at a black jogger in a Richland County neighborhood. Sheriff Leon Lott says Jonathan Felkel fired a rifle while shouting a racial slur at the victim. And now he's the first person charged under Richland County's new hate crime ordinance. News 19's Jamin Wade was in the courtroom for today's bond hearing and joins us right now with an update.
It was an intense scene at court today as Jonathan Felkel was stared down by the man he is accused of shooting at. Felkel is still being held at the Alvin S. Glenn Detention Center after a judge set a cash bond earlier this afternoon. Sheriff Leon Lott spoke at a press conference today about why he is being charged under the hate crime ordinance.
The victim is black. The suspect is white, and he was shooting at him to bring fear and intimidation to him based on his race.
The court set Felkel's bond at $1 million cash for the assault charge. He also received a maximum cash bond for violating the city's hate crime ordinance. If he posts bond, he will be placed on house arrest. Felkel is accused of shooting a man who was jogging through a neighborhood on Brooks Springs Road in the Spring Valley subdivision on July 17th. You are looking at surveillance video from that scene. Deputies say it shows Felkel firing his rifle from the driver's side of his car. Police say that the shooting was unprovoked and that Felkel admitted to making racially motivated statements during the encounter. The victim, who was asked not to be named, told the court he lives just blocks away from Felkel and asked for a no contact order to be included. I spoke to the victim after court and he declined to speak with us at this time. Sheriff Lott described what happened on that day of the shooting.
He'd been out running. He was jogging in his neighborhood, which a lot of people do. Not expecting to get shot at because of the color of his skin.
Felkel's next court date is set for September 26th. Again, Felkel is being held at the Alvin S. Glenn Detention Center. We'll be sure to follow this case closely as we get closer to trial. But for now, reporting outside the Richland County Sheriff's Office, Jamin Wade, News 19 WLTX.
All right, Jamin, thank you so much. Right now, we have some more team coverage. As mentioned, Richland County is the first county in our state to pass a hate crime ordinance. Richland County Councilwoman Tyra Little, right here on your screen, spearheaded the county's ordinance. Listen to her sit down and share an initial reaction to watching this Spring Valley surveillance video and a message to runners.
Justice should not be predicated upon where you live. And so for our citizens of Richland County, we want you to know that we are concerned. There's some trauma that comes with watching it. And so there will be some concerns. And so we don't want people to panic. We want you to continue to, to go out and get your exercise, but we also have to be vigilant as well.
All right. So that's all I had to show. I wanted to show you. Big Cheese says, I love my black community. I will always defend them because everyone hates my people, including Rolynn's reviews. Okay. Okay. That's your, thought process. It's great to be an American. You can say you can use your First Amendment rights. Big Cheese, the only white people that don't like black people are liberals and Democrats. Boom. Yes. Do you research, honey? History never changed. They just covered it up. MAGA, say it for the people in the back. Oh my God. Yes. And so I have one more video I wanted to show. I mentioned it earlier. The new Houston hair store. Now, these people, I mean, you would have thought that they said they were passing out gold. They went out there and they went nuts. So let me get this queued up for you. And then we're done. And this, again, a black-owned business trying to open up in the black community right? So I guess the big cheese wants me to pull things out of the air. Again, these are the same people that we're talking about that are stealing the stores blind and it's the same group of people. So Pink Book, now she tore them a new one. She always does. So again, this was a new black-owned hair store in Houston. Had to shut down minutes after opening because they were giving away free wigs. If you're familiar with this, type a 1 in the comment section. Then after this, we're done. I wish they would get in line if someone was passing out free books. This is sad. Thank you so much, Lord Jammer. Thank you. I told everyone you're entitled to your opinion, but name calling and attacking me or anyone in the comment will get you timed out. Here we go. This was nothing but a disgrace. And I've been on many other Black content creators' channels, and they were like, this is totally embarrassing.
I think I say this for all Houston natives. Y'all are embarrassing. Jonathan comes down here, opens up a store, and y'all did exactly what he thought y'all was going to do. I told my sister, I said, he did that on purpose, letting them know that it was going to be free stuff. He wanted to see y'all act a fool, but he didn't realize it was going to up his bag along the way because it got shut down by the city in less than a couple hours of being open.
So he opened up in 2 hours, he was shut down because of this foolishness.
Ladies, we got to learn how to conduct ourselves better. It makes no sense to fight and play tug of war outside for some wigs. Wigs? Ladies, for real? Wigs? That was crazy.
Right now, you're looking at footage from the grand opening of the Hair Galleria in North Houston, where absolute chaos erupted this week after Black women lined up in packs overnight to get some free hair and beauty supplies. The grand opening was promoted by celebrity hairstylist Jonathan Wright, known for working with everybody from Keisha Cole to Meg Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj. Jonathan promoted this event on his IG, promising to give away free bundles and wigs. So the women looking to get in on the giveaway, along with the deeply discounted bundles like 30 inches for $25 and 99-cent glue and holding spray products, these women got in line the day before, had their lawn chairs out there, and spent the night right there in.
You see that? So priorities. How you doing, Tina? And so, okay, spent the night out there in lawn chairs for free wigs. But anytime you tried to give now, if this had been some high-paying jobs, that they would have remained in their homes. If this had been something educational, they would have remained in their homes. See, people don't like what I say, but I call it out. And as an educator, that really bothers me. Yeah, Connie, they had to shut it down. It's shut down for 8 weeks. Right, Dorian?
The parking lot of the new store. Jonathan showed up the next morning throwing bundles and wigs at the women. In his mind, his giveaway was successful, so now he's planning to give away a car. He took the IG and said, y'all came out and showed out. I gave away over 200 wigs, 400 bundles, and now we're doing a car giveaway. Out there throwing bundles at the women one at a time. Looking like Trump when he was out there throwing them paper towels at the Puerto Ricans. And nobody saw anything wrong with this man sitting up there throwing packs of weave at them. They all just stood there trying to catch it, starting fights, macing each other. Like, what?
Did you hear that, folks? They started fighting over the wigs. They started spraying mace on each other over fake hair that they did not grow.
What are y'all going to do with one free bundle anyway? I'm sorry, but it's giving extreme desperation.
Lord Jammer, nobody would do that for a job, but they will for free weed. Yes. Right? I can still pop, lock, and drop it, honey. I just need help. Get it back up. You tell him, Maga. Oh, my God.
And extremely poor.
So Jonathan Wright had his grand opening for his hair store yesterday. The hair gallery in Houston, Texas. He was giving out free supplies, free hair, and free wigs. And everything was going good till it went wrong. I showed y'all ass at that main establishment yesterday. Who don't want a free wig or free bundles? But for y'all to act a complete ass and get the police called out there because y'all was acting like hyenas and fighting over wigs. He couldn't even really enjoy his moment because literally the whole Houston, Texas police department was out there. A grand opening turned into a grand closing in a couple of hours. That is crazy. Y'all gotta get y'all together and learn how to act accordingly in public. Black people are so embarrassing. Like, it be your own people. He said he will be reopening the store, but come on now, y'all gotta do better than that.
Yeah, so anytime a Black American tries to open a store to help in these communities, look at what happens. He was shut down in 2 hours.
Literally. He put his sweat and tears into that store and it wasn't even like open for a whole day. He shouldn't even have to do a grand opening because the store should already be up and running by now. But because y'all act a fool and act the ass, that mean business got shut down same day.
Child, so how about I woke my stupid ass up this morning at 3:30 in the damn morning to come to Hair Galleria Beauty's North Campus's grand opening or whatever. They were supposed to be having some amazing sales, like super excited. This is what the line looked like at 4 a.m. It was a lot of people. Some people got here at 8 o'clock last night to wait online. People was so serious. I know I was part of the first 200. I know I was. There was not 200 people in line when I got here. But because of the disorganization of Hair Galleria Beauty, they was letting anybody in. Like, they was just letting people bum rush the place. They was letting people cut. They was letting whatever happen. Here comes Jonathan throwing wigs out the thing. He's not throwing no money, but he was throwing wigs. So people left the lines to go bum rush his car. And then they tried to bum rush their way back into the line. And it was like, bro, if you move your, what do they say? You move your feet, you lose your feet. Ain't no way you finna leave this line for some free hop back in the line for more free greedy bitch. Like, move. You moved already. Keep it pushing. Anyways, so because they didn't have any security or no one to run the lines or no one to do anything like that, that's what it was. It was just a bottleneck. They kept on saying some lady baby got punched or baby got maced. If that happened, it was because of another customer, not HPD. But because of that and all the bum rushing and all the disorganization and just, it was just so much, HPD came and shut them down. So they're like, go home, go home, go home. So we're walking out to the back. And I'm like walking with the officer and I'm like, is it done? And he's like, yeah, technically they're done because they didn't get a permit in order to run the event. Like, they're open, they're fine to be open, but they can't have a bunch of people like doing this, that, and the third. They can't do that. So we're all looking like, okay. But he was like, they can't have an event, but they can open up as a beauty supply store. Like, they just have to let people come in and, like, you know, do their own thing. So I think that's why we're all kind of waiting here, because one, the sheriff told me that. And then two, after that, we went around to the back. So now we're in the back of the store because that's where the people who was inside the store was coming out from. So now we in the back waiting. Jonathan came to the back and was like, oh, who's about to spend money? Because it's like a small group, like maybe 15 people. And he's like, who's about to spend money? I'm holding up my money. Everybody holding up their money. This girl reached in her bag. She pulled out like 10 racks. And it's like we all trying to spend money. We're not here for the free stuff no more. We understand the free stuff is probably gone. We don't care.
Can you imagine? The woman was in the back of the store begging to get in, pulling out stacks of money like $10,000, ready to spend it in the hair store.
He's like, okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna try to see if I can let 5 of y'all in at the time and, you know, keep it pushing that way. Jonathan said that and never came back. That man never came back to the back to at least just say, hey, y'all, we can't do it. He know people wait in the back for you. And I know he has a lot going on today, but I forgot to put this in here. It wasn't just the fact that he didn't come back. It's the fact that he came out and let this random, I mean, I guess people knew her because they were like, Juicy, 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 but and she was very sweet, so I'm not saying this in no disrespectful way, but don't nobody know. I was asking everybody who that lady is. Don't nobody know who she really is. So he came out, let her in. She had like 2-3 people with her. He kept on letting people in that he wanted to. But you got people out here that's been out here since 4 o'clock, and you can't even come outside to say, yo, we can't do this. That's why I was annoyed with him. Because honestly, truthfully, unfortunately, he was a part of the disorganization. He came in, and that started the one thing. He went into the store, came back out, throwing wigs, so people was bum rushing that, and then it was just so disorganized. And I don't understand how y'all got here when this is your second store. Understandable when it's your first, but very confusing when it's your second.
Yeah, a lot of people are also blaming management and store ownership because you already know what type of chaos you're attracting by advertising.
And you know the demographic you're attracting, and you're saying we're giving free wigs. Who did you expect? You didn't expect anyone of, say, Condoleezza Rice's caliber. You knew what you were attracting, so I'm just saying.
Deeply discounted bundles, 99-cent products. They even advertise some products as low as a penny. To do this, and don't forget about standing on top of the car, throwing away free bundles and free wigs at them like a pack of hyenas. All of this with no real security in place. They didn't even alert police or have them on deck until it got out of control. That's poor management and poor planning. Very irresponsible. You already know what type of ruckus you're starting, telling all these people you're giving away free bundles. It's also embarrassing that you have people out there willing to fight over this. I'm talking about kicking and punching for this hair.
And macing people. Again, let's go look at their school records. They did the same thing when they were in school. Boom.
1,000% out of order.
So as of right now, Hair Gallery of Beauty on the north side has 0 stars. They keep on saying come back tomorrow. I don't know why I would do that when y'all don't even have your organization together. And plus, what am I gonna? I'm gonna come back tomorrow again at 4 o'clock or whatever. And what? I might be one of the first 200, but I don't know if I'm gonna be one of the first 200 because y'all don't. So yeah, y'all, it's a bust.
You know, she said she saw women get out of line and huddle around Jonathan's car while he was storing out the free bundles. Then they try to hop back in line. I bet that's where the fight started right there. Listen, once you're out of line, your spot is gone. And some star Keisha with her bonnet on didn't understand that. And that right there is probably what kicked it off. I'm sorry, this whole situation is completely embarrassing. If there was this much enthusiasm for building Black families and investing in their children, could you imagine where we will be as a group? But I digress. Let's go.
All right. So I wanted to share that with you. It's the same people. I will continue to say that. It's the same people, folks. Hit that like button. And also, if you have not already, share this stream out on your various forms of social media. MAGA. Hard to spell check because my phone line doesn't go down with the word. Hope you understand. You're fine, MAGA. You're fine, dear. So my review on those of you who came in a little later, some of you may have to go back, do the replay. I think Connie and a few other people, I want you to go back, look at the video that I played of I want you to hear the language. The TikTok had the full language that they were using. So I definitely want you to go on and check that out. And I don't care what anyone says. That mother sent those kids in there to do that because she knew there was nothing that could happen to them. So again, she's a horrible person as a mother. That's not what mothers do. So she's raising criminals like so many others. And I will continue to show you videos of people and their behavior, and I'm going to continue to correlate it to their time in the public schools in America. And if only I could see those school records. Woo! These are the same sorry, low mindset females that will be in line for free school supplies. Boom. For their kids, and will spend hundreds of dollars on cell phones, boom, and sneakers, etc., fill in the blank. You've heard me say that before, my girls. I have an issue with that. You have your priorities all jacked up, all jacked up. And those are my thoughts. I've given you my review. My girls, you've been dead on accurate tonight. And we're not tearing anyone down. We are showing you what is happening. We can't act like we're an ostrich and bury our heads in the sand. Right, Lord Jammer? He has an excuse for everything. Exactly. And this is not acceptable. It's not. That's why you can't have freebie, right, Connie? Or you have to, coordinate it a little bit better, because people get crazy. If everybody tried to do something good for someone else that did not benefit from every single day, that would be abuse. Yes, MAGA, exactly. Real life minstrel show. You're right, Dorian. And then they get mad when someone, again, this is the tip of the iceberg. There's so many videos I could share with you. I don't have that kind of time. You don't have that kind of time. And the same ones big mad because free housing and food stamps are being changed. Boom. My girls, you know my thought process. Disabled and elderly, let's take care of them. Everyone else, figure it out. And again, the ones who are on assistance, if they have more children, cut them. Cut them off. You're poor and you're going to have more children. That makes no sense to me. I'm not being judgmental, but as a taxpayer, I don't like that. Bring back shame. Yes, Chicago Hood. Whatever happened to shame and dignity? Wow. Thank you, Tina. Exactly. Why can't women be happy with what God gave them? You're right. Dorian, you're absolutely right. And these same black women get upset. Lovely. Yes. It's free. Thought you liked free. It's free. Dorian, they do. No one wants this kind of chaos in their life. No, if anyone with more than 2 brain cells, they don't want this nonsense. MAGA, my husband broke his back during Joe Biden's term and he couldn't get any help. He was told the system was overflowed. MAGA, that's what makes me angry. People who have worked, when they need assistance, they can't get it. People who have actually paid into the system get nothing or very little. Connie, you did hear it. Yes. We know that they got that from their sorry excuse for a mother. Jammer, we do. God and the 10 Commandments. Yes. Tina, yes. So again, you see how young they are. I told you I teach high school, Anthony. They should base their benefits on their children's grades. Yeah, Anthony. Yep. And that's why I told you they come to high school, they're still acting the same way. They're the same people you see out here in these videos fighting, causing mayhem. It's the same group, same demographic. Jammer, like Big Cheese, thinks the world runs around black people only. Right. And the world's full of people of all different ethnicities and nationalities. So yeah, Tina. So that's all I wanted to talk to you about. It's the same mindset. Look at the white guy who shot at shot the black man who was out jogging. So MAGA and Tina and Lord Jammer and Dorian and Connie and Anthony, we've said, especially with this Carmelo Anthony case and now the Cincinnati, this is ratcheting up racial tensions in the wrong direction. So we said it. Tijuana Border Jumper, thank you for the super chat. If nothing else, seeing that craziness is comic relief. I'm sending you some hearts, Tijuana. Okay, yeah. Those people are nuts. MAGA, yes, this is what the Democrats want. That's what they want. And they are setting these black people, all these black people in these blue-run cities. The Democrats are sitting back laughing. They know they look like idiots. They look like buffoons. And they know what's coming down the pike. Biden is not in office. Trump is. Trump has no qualms with sending the military, because we know in these blue cities, they're just saying, oh no, we're everything's under control. No, they're going to wind up under martial law. I'm telling you, these Democrats have set them up for failure. So whatever happens, happens. I don't want to hear anything about white racism and white supremacy. This behavior is unacceptable. And it just is. If you paid into the system and fell on hard times, Mayor, yes, it's okay to get help because they're not giving you anything. They're giving you some of the money back they've been taking out of your check. But the people who've paid into the system can't get anything. I've heard it 1,000 times. Connie, my mom's a liberal herself. Yeah. Lovely. That's what I'm saying. Martial law is coming. Trump is not going to sit back and let this mayhem and this violence continue in these blue cities. Only white people that believe in white supremacy are the white people that think they're superior. Right, Marga? So I'm just saying, Trump is in office and this is not going to continue. And if he sends in I wish he would send in the military. Look at the poorer Black people who live in some of these communities. They are trapped. And I can't tell you, I've been watching videos, these young hoodlums, they're unaliving them, they're assaulting them, and the old people are just there. What can they do? Chicago hood. In Chicago, young kids 12 to 14 years old are carjacking people at gunpoint. Yes, they're not, and people, oh, this child. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. You commit a heinous act, you're going to jail. I just don't care at this point. I will take the 600 terrific money. Yeah. Right, Mayor? Right. You're right, Dorian. We say that all the time. So that's all I have for you. I enjoyed you. The channel is growing exponentially. And it's all due to you and your hard work, sharing the channel, hitting that little thumb, which is the like button. You're helping the channel grow more and more every day. And I appreciate it. Okay. All right. I'm going to let you go. And I enjoyed all of you on this wonderful Wednesday. I probably will go live again tomorrow night. I want to talk about the Democrats unless something else pops up. And you know, again, how the Democrats have set these people up and martial law is coming. I'm telling you, Trump is going to have to send in the military to get these blue cities under control. Thank you so much, my girls. My girls, I'm trying. I don't like what's going on. I'm not going to be quiet. It's not acceptable because you cannot correct a situation. Thank you, Tijuana Border Jumper, for your super chat. When you look up to Cardi B and Nicki Minaj, is no doubt you act like that. Boom. Tijuana Border Jumper told nothing but facts. Yes. There you go, Tijuana. Thinks Like a Lion, Rolynn, it's growing because of you and the ones that love you. Thank you, Thinks Like a Lion. Yeah. Yep. Because I don't care if people don't like it. Well, great to be in America. They can scroll and go to another channel. This is not acceptable. And because I'm Black, you don't want me to say anything. And if white people say something about it, then you call them racist. That doesn't work on this channel. It does not. Thank you so much, Thinks Like a Lion. So we're going to go. And you know what to do. If you will, leave a comment after I end the live stream. If you'll leave a comment, I will. How you doing, Lanita? We're done. That's okay, dear. We know you can't make them all, dear. Lanita, share this on your Facebook page, love. Thank you so much. Lanita, make sure you go back and watch the during the replay. You need to hear the language that these little criminals were using. Yes, Connie, we love you too, dear. Yeah, I love you all. And just be safe. I will be live tomorrow. I promise. I will be live tomorrow. and just be safe. I told you all, watch yourselves. You have crazy people out here trying to hurt people. Just be careful. Be cognizant of your surroundings. Thank you, Lovely Apple. Yeah, Lovely Apple, share this stream on your Facebook page, love. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm coming right now, and I'll talk to you in the comment section. Don't forget, folks, once the stream has ended, please, 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 if you leave comments, that helps YouTube to share the video out. That helps the channel to grow. Love you. Be safe. And I'm coming to talk to you right now in the comment section.